Let's get started. My name is Bonnie Edgin. I'm a conversion specialist with Girl Scouts of Western Ohio. And today we're going to work on practice with a purpose. This is a really good one for me to work on because I have been a basketball coach for 9 years. I coached 4th, 5th, 6th, and 8th grade girls. I love basketball. It's great. It's a lot of fun. It may not be your favorite sport, but that's okay because what we're going to learn applies to about everything, all sports, and a lot of life too. So for step 1 in practice with a purpose is you're supposed to talk to a coach and get some tips on how to practice well and just practice tips. So I've got some tips for you guys. 1, when you go to practice, make sure your hair is pulled back because if you don't, you're going to spend so much time just flipping it out of your face. You're not going to be able to see what's happening, and it just doesn't allow you to be the best player you can be. Second one is don't wear jewelry. No rings, bracelets, earrings. If you're in a sport like soccer or basketball, somebody might go for the ball, you might get hit in the ear and your earring could get torn out. So no jewelry. Don't practice with it. Don't play with it. It can hurt you and other players. Okay, when the coach is talking, this is number 3, don't talk. You need to listen. It's respectful to stop talking and listen. And plus, they're telling you things you need to know. So no talking when the coach is talking. That leads to the next one is don't argue with the coach. Sometimes the coach might ask you to do some things you're like, oh, I don't want to do that. But, they're only there to help you become a better player and make your team a better team, okay? The next one is practice how you play. This is kind of a big thing because if you just practice like you just jog through things, when you get in a game, you're going to have a tendency to jog through stuff. But then when you start really working and running hard and working really hard, your skills are going to be off. If you're playing soccer, you might kick the ball harder because you're running faster. If you're playing basketball, you might lose control of the ball because you're not used to running as fast as you can. So you need to practice like you want to play in a game. Bring water to practice. Okay, always bring water. You're going to get thirsty, and there's not necessarily water fountains at every place you may be playing. So definitely bring some water. The last one is show kindness and respect to your teammates because you're all there for the same reason. Everybody wants to get better. Everybody wants to be a part of the team. Nobody messes up on purpose. I mean, that's why you're at practice, to get better. So, everybody's going to make mistakes. So nobody should yell at their teammates. You should always encourage them. If somebody makes a mistake, that's okay. You'll get it next time. It's all right. And that's the best way to build a great team. Okay. Step 2 in this badge is endurance. So what does endurance mean? Likes to run. So they go out and they run for 5 minutes and they're so tired. They lost their breath. They can't breathe, but they keep at it. They run for 5 minutes. And then after maybe a week, they can run that 5 minutes and they're not out of breath anymore. So then they up it to 10 minutes and they run for 10 minutes and they're out of breath. But after a week, they can do it. So that's building your endurance. You can run for longer stretches of time without getting as tired. All right. So for our endurance, we're going to kind of work on 2 skills. One would be endurance and foot skills because both are pretty important in basketball. So this is pretty easy. You just need to find a line. I'm using a line in my cement. I'm not sure if you can see it. You can use a jump rope. You can, if you're doing this in your house, if you're allowed, you can do like carpet and like tile, a divide in the room. There's any kind of line. So first, we're going to step sideways to the line. Okay, so the line is here. And we're going to jump across it for 10 seconds, just back and forth. Okay, so, and the point is you want to do it as fast as you can. Okay, so we'll do this. Everybody, I hope you have a line. And on your mark, get set, go. Ten. Okay, so that was our first one. We'll do this 3 times. Now, what's going to happen is, I'll tell you, I'm going to get out of breath by the time we're done with this. But to keep doing this over and over, several times a week, you'll be able to up your time from 10 seconds to 15. And we're going to, like I said, we're going to do it 3 times. Okay? And you want to keep a journal of this. So you want to mark it down because you want to set goals. So if your goal is to do this to build up your endurance to 20 seconds 3 times a week or 3 times, then you want to keep track of it in your journal. Okay, so let's do it again. On your mark, get set, go. Okay, stop. Now, you're going to get faster and faster, and you're going to build up some leg strength. So this is a really, really good drill. Let's do it our 3rd time. On your mark, get set, go. Okay, stop. So that was our first one. Now we're going to do this again, but this time we're going to go forwards and backwards. Okay, same thing for 10 seconds. Are you ready? On your mark, get set, go. Whew. Stop. Okay, now you saw I didn't do very well on that one. My feet came apart, but that's okay. I haven't done this in a long time, and I definitely need to practice because if I do, it's going to get better. I'm going to get quicker, okay? Let's do it again. On your mark, get set, go. Okay, 10, stop. Okay, and you want to rest for about 20 seconds in between these sets, and that'll let you catch your breath a little bit, and then you go back at it. Okay, are you ready for our 3rd one? On your mark, get set, go. Okay, stop. All right, so that will build your endurance if you do that several times a week with the 3 sets, and then gradually build your time up. So guys, when you think of your favorite sport, what is it about the sport when you watch a game that makes somebody a good player? You can tell me the sport and what it is that makes them a good player. Anybody? Well, when I think of basketball, I think of ball handling. Yeah, most people probably think whoever makes the most points, and that is a really good skill. But if you can't get the ball down the court, then, you can't score. You can't do anything. So we're going to work on some ball handling drills. And this is step 4, okay? I'm going to teach you a couple basketball drills that you can work on and set goals accordingly. And we'll talk about that as we do it. Okay, so if you have your basketball, and if you don't have a basketball, that's okay. If you have a ball about this size that bounces, that'll work. First thing we're going to do is we're going to wake our hands up. So we're going to just do some ball slaps, which is, okay, just do this for a few minutes. Now we're going to move the ball around one of our legs, okay? And the whole point of this is getting used to the ball and being able to move it without looking at it, okay? So bend over with one leg, right or left, it doesn't matter. We're going to do both eventually. So we're going to go in a circle. Now what you want to do is go as fast as you can under control. Okay? Now, this is the first time you're going to doing this. This ball is going to fly. It's going to fly. It's going to happen. But that's what practicing is for. That we practice so we get used to handling the ball. Try to look up when you're doing it. So, you know, your hands just get used to it. Let's reverse it and go the other way. So same thing. If you lose the ball, that's okay. Just grab it and get back to it. It's all right. You do this every day or a few times a week, you're going to get better and better. You're going to be amazed at how well you can do this. Okay, let's do the other leg. Okay. As fast as you can without looking. I mean, you know, you don't have to keep your head completely up. Don't want you to hurt your neck. Okay, reverse it. And just go as fast as you can. All right, so now we're going to do both legs. And on your mark, set, go. Just as fast as you can. Try to not look. Whoops. See? Everybody drops it. Okay, reverse it. Okay. Now we're going to go around our waist. Sometimes it's better when you're not wearing a loose shirt, but that's okay. All right, reverse it. Now, what kind of goals could you set with this? You can set maybe a time frame and count how many times you go around your waist. And as you record that every day that you do these in your sports journal, then you'll see that every day you get a few more repetitions. Okay, you can stop. That is one goal. But, you know, whatever you want to accomplish, you can set the goals how you want to. Okay. Next is going to be dribbling. So when you dribble a basketball, you do it with your fingers more than your whole hand. You don't want to do it with the palm of your hand. You don't want to slap the ball, because if you do, it kind of looks like this. And there's no control. So you want to do it with your fingertips, okay? Not straight down because you'll jam your fingers, but like with the little parts of your finger, okay? And you'll see my hand kind of even goes up a little bit when it comes up. And when you dribble, you want to dribble a little bit low. That way people can't steal the ball from you. Okay? Now, so one of the best drills, I think, and it's pretty simple, it's just dribbling. Just dribble. Dribble. I was going to do this in my driveway, but it's too noisy out there. But just dribble down and back. So what we'll do is dribble down and back with our strong hand. Strong hand is the hand you write with. I write with my right hand. I'm right-handed. That's my strong hand. So I don't know if you'll be able to see me, but I'm just going to dribble down the sidewalk and back and kind of jog. Run as fast as you can, actually, while keeping the ball under control. So if this is like one of your first times doing this, you're going to jog kind of slow, okay? Couple little tips about this. You're going to have to push the ball out in front of you a little bit to go forward. If you dribble straight up and down, and you try to walk it, but you don't push it, this is what's going to happen. It's going to get left behind. So you kind of need to push it out a little bit. So I'll come to run towards you. I don't know if you can see me. Okay, so if you have a sidewalk or a driveway, you can practice this. Even on a porch, anywhere where you kind of have some hard ground. Doesn't work well in stones because they'll go zinging off. The ball will zing off the rocks. But you can practice this anywhere. So now we'll do the same thing with our weak hand. For me, it's my left hand. Okay. Now you're going to see a big difference between your strong hand and your weak hand. And your goal, a really good goal, is to get your weak hand as good as your strong hand. Okay? Because a good player in any sport needs to be able to use both of their hands. Okay? So I'll come towards you again. Okay? So that is some dribbling things that you can do. So that is practice with a purpose. The last step is practice, practice, practice. And you guys, that's up to you guys. Keep your journal, practice for a month, about 3 times a week or more. Keep track of whatever it is your goal is. If it's basketball and you want to do these drills, like mark a distance with dribbling maybe, and how fast you can get up and down a certain area, maybe your driveway, without losing the ball, or even if you lose it, just grabbing it and getting back to it, and how long does it take you? As you go along for the month, you're going to get faster and faster, and you'll become better. And this works with everything, not just sports, but just every skill you want to accomplish. And that's about all I have. Are there any questions? Okay, well, thank you, and you guys have a great day.